Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Living in YYC, and in today's video, we're going to be telling you the top 5 renovations to boost the value of your fixer-upper, so stay tuned. Welcome back to Living in YYC, everybody. Mark Newstater and
Natalie Newstater.
And we are realtors with eXp Realty here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And in today's video, we thought this might be helpful because, you know, in today's real estate market, and really in any real estate market, if you are willing to take on a fixer-upper, as Chip and Joanna say, right? They
Yes.
say that. Are you willing to take on a fixer-upper?
Willing to do it.
Yeah. So, you know, if you are willing, if you are able, if you have, you know, the financial wherewithal, and we're going to do a bonus tip at the end to tell you about how you could have the financial wherewithal to take on any fixer-upper. But there are some real value that you can get out of a fixer-upper if you can take it on. And here are the top 5 things. And this is from an article from our partners over at Zoocasa. Zoocasa is one of Canada's top real estate websites. They're a wholly owned subsidiary of eXp Realty, and we love partnering with them. They have some great ideas, so check them out at zoocasa.com. So in no particular order, should we go from the lowest to the highest? Let's go lowest to the highest.
Okay.
All right. Lowest to the highest. All right. So I'm going to take this one.
Okay.
So number 5 on the list, and this is Zoocasa's opinion. So they say that outdoor living spaces are one of the top 5 things that you can do. Their comment is, with the rise of remote work and outdoor living, creating inviting outdoor spaces can add significant value to your home. Now, we've said this in many videos before. I think that you can add some value, but you have to be careful not to overdo it, because your beautiful garden and landscaping and all the different garden beds that you love taking care of on a daily basis in our very short summers here in Calgary might be the next person's absolute nightmare. They want a big patch of grass for their kids to play on, and some, you know, a little bit of improvements in the back isn't a bad thing. But, you know, I think there is some value. What do you think?
Absolutely. Something like a gazebo.
Yep.
Pergola, that kind of thing that adds that visual interest, and also having defined zones. So you can have like a dining zone and then a conversation zone. That really does help because it extends your outdoor living. Again, depends on where you are. Here in Calgary, you're not sitting outside in January.
Nope.
I can guarantee you that. But
on a Chinook day when it's plus 10, maybe.
But
Yeah.
there are times that, you know, you have an outdoor fireplace, something like that. It's cozy.
Yeah.
You've got a little hot chocolate.
Yeah. And here's the other thing. Here's a little like sidebar bonus tip. Contact us. We'll give you our advice on what we feel is good ideas for landscaping, not to overdo it, but to add some value. All right, so let's move on to number 4 on our list. This is a hot button for us right now. Open concept layout. Now, number 1, this can be incredibly expensive. So let's say if you take a 50s era, 60s era bungalow in Calgary and you want to take out some walls, the odds are there's going to be some supporting wall there somewhere. And so you're going to be adding a very, very costly beam. You're going to have to get engineering reports. But talk a little bit about open concept. Is it kind of going away?
Yes, it is going away. I think post-COVID, a lot of people were stuck at home in their open concept, and every phone call you had to take with people from work turned into a living nightmare again. So I do think it depends on your lifestyle. And if you want to do open concept to a certain degree, like open kitchen, dining, a little bit, that's fine, but it's still nice to have those zones that are sort of quieter. That's my personal opinion.
Absolutely. I mean, we are in our new house, as we told you in our last video. We're in our fully developed basement, and we're going to get to that in a second. So we have a very open concept main floor, but we also have a fully finished basement, right? So what's the, you know, the yin and yang of it all for you? What do you prefer? Do you want more open concept with a basement like this? You'll have to figure that out for yourself. I would just be careful not to overspend on making your home open concept, because there's people that, like Natalie said, that are not as psyched about it as they were a few years ago.
And they can be challenging setting up furniture. I will say that. It can be very challenging.
Yeah, for sure. This is number 3 on the list, is energy efficient improvements. Investing in energy efficient upgrades can appeal to environmentally conscious buyers, while also be lowering utility costs. Replacing windows and doors, improving insulation, incorporating smart home technology can enhance comfort and modernize the property. Absolutely 100%. If you're buying a fixer upper from the 50s, 60s, 70s, it's going to have incredibly energy inefficient windows. And there's a lot of rebate programs out there.
Yes.
We're filming this in November of 2024. So we'll see if we can find some links to place in the description down below. But there's absolutely good value in redoing windows, adding insulation. So in the house we used to be in, we knew that there was cold spots. It was a unique plan. It was 2-story on the one side and single level on the other. And on that single level side, remember when we first moved in, it was freezing in that one, on that side where the kitchen and dining room were, and it was a few $100s to have a whole bunch of blown in insulation added, and the difference was amazing. So it could be insulation, windows is a really obvious one, windows and doors. So those absolutely can add some value.
And if I can interject,
Absolutely.
I do know specifically in the city of Calgary, there is a program that is being done through the city to bring in more energy efficient items into your house. I think the minimum was $12,000, but basically what they do is they tack it onto your home insurance or your property tax
Yep.
over a span of 30 years, and there's no interest on it. So the bonus with this is that you can get all those things done, you can pay it off over 30 years, and if you sell the house, you can make the choice to either pay that loan off when you sell the house or get the buyer to take on the existing end of the term of the loan.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I'm going to add one more in here, and this is a hot button topic as well on our social media for realtors in Calgary, and that is solar panels. Because you're talking about energy efficient improvements, solar panels is a big one. I don't think, from everything I've read, I don't think that we're at the point where solar panels on your roof add value to your home.
Yeah.
There's just no definition to it yet. That day might come. But if you want to add solar panels and to have virtually no utility bills, electricity bills, fill your boots for sure. But just know that I think sometimes what solar panel companies are saying out there, adding value to home, because we had a friend of ours that messaged me and said, hey, I'm thinking about solar panels. Can you tell me blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, this is what the realtors are saying. And at the end of the day, we're the ones who are talking to our clients, and so just keep that in mind if you're going to add solar. All right. So number 3 on our list, I think it's 3. Yeah, there we go. Is curb appeal enhancements. Now, we are a great example of this. As we have told you, we've moved into this new home in September, and in fall of 2023. We did a massive overhaul of the curb appeal on the front of our home and a little bit on the back. So talk a little bit about what we did and what of a difference you felt it made.
Yeah, so we had an overhang on our walkway going up to our front door, and we were noticing there were some issues with it. It was getting a little rough looking. So we ended up taking that beam out, putting in a new cedar post. We did cedar soffits on the underlay, and then we changed the trim. The upper floors, we changed the siding, we made it to a vertical board and batten, and we added new window trim, and we painted all of it. Oh, and we did hardy shakes underneath the dining room window and office window.
I'm sure there's going to be a picture showing
it
up
made
there somewhere.
A world of difference.
Yeah.
It was bonkers how much nicer it looked. So, because I will be honest, when we bought that house, I was like,
Yeah.
Had some foam rock on it. I was like, this is not awesome, but we knew we would do something eventually. So it did make a big difference, and I do think the buyers loved it.
Well, I think the comment that the buyer's agent made to us was the buyers walked into our home and fell in love, but it starts when they're walking up to your home, right?
100%.
We've talked about this many times. Buyers make a decision in the first few seconds.
Yes.
And, is that true? I don't know. I feel like they can get a sense of whether the home is for them right away from the feel, the vibe of it when they walk in. But it starts on the outside, and we made a major improvement, and we're a perfect example of how that helped us sell our home. Hard to put a number on that, but absolutely. And these last two, these are the no-brainers. Number 2, bathroom remodels. And again, just to draw on our experience, absolutely worthwhile. We fully gutted and remodeled both the master ensuite and the basement bathroom.
Yes.
It's just, if you think about it, you want a new kitchen, newer kitchen. and you're spending a lot of time in the bathroom. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
You're getting in there, you're using it every single day, right? So yeah, talk a little bit about bathroom upgrades.
Bathrooms are huge
Yeah.
for sure. It's a matter of making it brighter and lighter and just making sure that you're using durable materials that are not going to take a lot of time to clean,
Mhm.
even if you have to clean. But
Yeah.
you don't want to be spending hours having to clean your bathroom every
Mhm.
single week. So,
Well, in the house we bought, we wanted one of our must haves was a larger ensuite,
yes.
which we definitely got that. And you know, they did some really nice upgrades in the from what the builder was offering, from what we can tell.
Mhm.
You know, we do have quartz countertops, we have double sink vanities. You know, even in the shower, the whole ceiling of the shower is also tiled, and that absolutely would have been an upgrade. I don't think there's any, you know, base level builders that offer that as a standard. So absolutely, bathrooms are a total no-brainer. And then our number one on our list, so thanks for sticking around for this whole video, not surprisingly, is kitchen upgrades. And there's a few ways you can go about this, right? Like if you have a kitchen that's maybe has been renovated at some point in time, Natalie, talk a little bit about, there's companies like Kitchen Tune Up and
Yeah.
different companies like that that will kind of redo your kitchen.
Yeah, they can refresh, they call it. So that's putting new doors on the existing cabinet boxes. They can paint them, and again, that's a bit of a hit and miss with some
Yeah,
people, depending on how they do it.
Yeah.
Or you can just replace all of the cabinetry as well. And there are a lot of different companies out there, not just Kitchen Tune Up, but there's Cabinets Express or Cupboards Express, pardon me, that they do a really good quality product, and they do everything. They can do cabinets, they can do countertops, they have taps, everything. And just doing a refresh makes a huge difference. You don't have to change the layout necessarily on the kitchen unless you want to, but it just makes it new. It just makes it brighter and lighter again. That's a big thing. The other thing is, realistically, if you're looking at resale on a home, kitchens and baths are what sells every house, and
Yeah.
buyers are very savvy nowadays. They have an expectation. I hate to say it, but with the rise of HDTV, people have a higher expectation of what they want to buy, and they don't necessarily want to do the work. So if you've got the guts for it, go for it.
I mean, on an anecdotal basis, I would say that 95 to 99% of our clients are move-in ready clients, right?
Yes, 100%.
You know, and that's just the way it is right now. People want move-in ready, and HGTV is a great example of that, right? It's like, well, this can be done. Why didn't these people do this, right? So kitchens are absolutely where the money is made, kitchens and bathrooms. And so that is the top 5 according to Zoocasa. I think we would agree with all 4 of those, save for maybe the open concept.
Yes.
Open concept one. So thanks for sticking around for the whole video. And now here is the bonus tip that we promised you at the beginning of the video. So here it is. If you're thinking about taking on a fixer-upper, you can apply and get a mortgage called a Purchase Plus Improvements mortgage. So what does that look like? We're going to link to our one of our mortgage brokers below, Steve Fletcher of Blue Seal Mortgages with BRX Mortgage. Steve can tell you all about this, but essentially what you do is in the purchasing process, you get quotes done on your kitchen, on your bathrooms, on your curb appeal, all the things that you want to have done to that property. And as long as it still falls within the mortgage parameters, so let's say you're putting 20% down, as long as it doesn't pass that 80% threshold, then you should be able to get additional funds by your lender to cover those improvements you want to make to that home. So then it just becomes part of your mortgage. It is a fantastic way to do it. There's some nuts and bolts of that, which Steve can explain to you when you want to reach out to him. So there you go. That is the top 5.
That's it.
Yeah. So again, check out zoocasa.com. They got tons of great articles. And if you're thinking about making a move here in Calgary, or thinking about selling your home, buying your home, just want some market information, put a link down to our buyer consultation, our seller consultation, or just pick up the phone. We actually answer our phone, as we always say. Call us, text us. We'd love to chat with you sometime. Thanks for watching this one. Like, subscribe, share, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.